build to show. Um, I'm just going to show one build and go from there. It's going to be a mix between actually a couple builds. First build I'm going to do is going to be the Quasis build, and then I'll do the Exceltra build that I've been using for a good while. And then I'll move to my Mirage Prime build that I'm using right now, and then I'm going to move to my Noko build that I had just worked on recently. My Mirage Prime build is technically done. Quasis build is still in progress. I've just started on that. Exceltra Prime build, I have been using that ever since the normal Exceltra, so I've had it for a while. And then my Noko build, I pretty much have it done. I just have to get the Archon shards that I need for it. I currently do not have the Coalescence segment for the helmet to where I can mix Archon shards, because I do need 2 green Archon shards, and then the other 3 is of choice. But I do need the 2 green Archon shards that you can get by mixing Azure and Amber. Those 2 will make a green one, and it basically just helps with Toxin. So it is really good to use for Saren, and it is really good to use for Noko, since they both do Toxin or Viral procs, and they, both of them have Toxin. So I'm going to go ahead and show off the Quasis Prime. I'm going to use Mirage just to have that little extra damage for it, because anybody can use Mirage if you have her. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to show my all-around build. I do have a specific build for the heavy ability with the knives, and I do have a specific build that targets the slash proc, because this is a slash proc weapon for the most part. So my all-around build, let me close this out so I don't get confused. So this is my all-around build. It favors crit, favors damage at the same time. So I have 112% crit chance with 4.8 times the crit damage. I do have a little bit of status. It's going around 40%, 39.6. 17,778 times 2 damage for the heavy attack. The damage projectile for the heavy attack, which is the knives that you throw out, same crit chance, same crit damage. Very low status per projectile, but it does throw out a bunch of knives. It will still do viral and heat proc with slash and puncture. Mostly will favor the slash, again as a slash weapon, with the viral 446 damage. Total of 8,994. Melee animosity, 42% crit chance on your next heavy attack, up to 420% does stack. So I'm going to try this out. I'm going to get this Warframe out to just bundle them together. I'm not going to use the enemies that I did use a minute ago because they suck. Clear that out. I'm going to do level 125 Steel Path. Don't have any higher. Master 19. Just going to go ahead and group them up together. Let me get the Mirage out. Hopefully I can get my shade to make me invisible, because with the arcane that I do have, it gives me that extra chance. Just like that. The alright, doing 728% damage with her Eclipse. If I didn't do it when the arcane gave out, like right there, then it would have been 758, somewhere around that. I'm gonna go ahead and do my heavy. So again, it is a high crit chance weapon, but it does favor slash. So that is a good thing to have. I'm gonna go ahead and show my Mirage Prime build. I did have that listed before. Alright, so what I'm working with, Arcane Awakening. I just use it, I need to get Arcane Rise for it if I want to have it balanced for both of. But I do use Epitaph with as a primer. Sometimes I do use it as a damage weapon, so I do like to keep Awakening on. 60% chance for 150% damage for pistols for 24 seconds on reload. Then I have Crepuscular, however you pronounce it. While invisible, gain 30% ability strength and 3 times final crit damage. I like using both of these on Noko, for example. Specifically, the Crepuscular, Crepuscular, just because he is very important with his crit on his 4th ability. Awakening, I do use it on Noko too, just because I like to use Epitaph, since all around he is a Warframe with a bunch of status procs. Same with a primer weapon, so you can use that with Akuva Nucor, or you can use it on Epitaph or any other kind of weapon that does high status chance. So I do like using him for that. Let's see. So, narrow-minded for the ability duration. Technically, with Mirage, I only use Hollow Mirrors and Eclipse if you want to do a damage build instead of a nuking build, and that's primarily what I use her for Steel Path. So I do have Hollow Mirrors. I do have a Helmeth build, so I have Empower to strengthen both of them up. Primarily, you would only want to use it on Eclipse, so you can go from what I have is 628% to 728%. So, that's what I got for her abilities. Do not really use Prism at all. But again, narrow-minded. I do have Transcendent Fortitude for the ability Strength. I do care about the duration, so I do have Prime Continuity. I have Augur Secrets for some more Strength. Boreal's Anguish. I just have that there. There is a mod that you can, Exilus mod, whatever it's called, that you can get for Mirage, where your Hollow Mirrors and your Doppelgangers do increase damage 5% per enemy that you kill. I will be putting that on my build soon enough. Intensify for, again, more ability strength. Power Drift for more ability strength. 30% chance to resist knockdown. And Blind Rage for, again, more ability strength. Other than that, that's pretty much what build that I'm going with. The ability duration is very important with the strength. So 2 duration mods and about 3 or 4 strength mods. Again, with these 2 arcanes, Arcane Awakening and Arcane Crepuscular. I do have Archon Shards. Even if you're not available to get them as far as whoever is in the game, that's fine. But recently, with the thing that everybody, or some people had got, the Tau Forge Archon Shards, I went ahead and put it on this one. Since this one will be my high damage frame, I would be using her a whole lot. So I do have Archon Shards. You will be using at least 3 of your abilities if you have a Helmeth build a whole lot. So I do have 2 Amber Shards, both with effectiveness on energy orbs. I do have the Crimson Archon Shard. The Tau Forge one does my ability duration, so it will make my Hollow Mirrors and my Eclipse last longer. I have the Crimson Archon Shard that does the 25% secondary critical chance. This could be used on any kind of secondary that you have. Since I do have Epitaph Prime and it does have low crit chance, I do put it on that, especially if I do use its quick shot radial attack. Another thing, the Azure Archon Shard, 225% armor. All of these are optional if you want them. I do recommend getting at least the Amber ones for the energy, since you will have to use a bunch of abilities. Specifically, the Azure Archon Shard for my Steel Path, just to have some more survivability. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the Exceltra, because I will show that build next too. Okay, I have them all there. So on these guys alone, with no other buffs, this is what I'm dealing with. Okay, so, you know, good amount of shots. He's just a little bit below half health. Now, I'm going to go ahead and use my arcane ability with the rest of them. So I'm going to go ahead and strengthen up my Hall of Mirrors. I'm going to do my Eclipse too. So now I'm at 788% damage. And my Hall of Mirrors, my side that does multi-shot, will also have a little bit of extra damage. This is now what I'm working with. You know, a whole lot of damage all around. One of my proudest builds at the moment other than Noko's. But, you know, I do recommend prioritizing those two abilities, Hall of Mirrors and your Eclipse. If you want to do a Helmeth build, you can. Okay. Now my Exceltra Prom build. So I do have a Riven. You technically don't have to put a Riven because since Riven disposition is at 1 out of 5, but I do have it on here just for the extra crit. So because of my Riven, I do have a little bit less magazine capacity, so I do run at 39 than the normal one. I run at 39 instead of 48. But Prime Cryo rounds and Malignant Force for a viral proc, and also some status chance. Galvanized Chamber, just the galvanized version of the multi-shot mod, do get 80% multi-shot and kill and 30% multi-shot for 20 seconds, and it stacks to 5 times. I have Vital Sense for more critical damage, 120% crit damage. Serration, 165% more damage overall. Vigilante armaments, or whatever, 60% more multi-shot. And then critical delay, 200% crit chance and negative 20% fire rate. So what this does, my crit chance goes up to 127.4%. Crit damage 8.5 times the damage. Total is 1002.2. So all around it's a really good build, especially if you pair it with Primary Merciless. So you get 30% damage for 4 seconds, stacks up to times 12, and you get 30% more reload speed. So altogether, if you keep your stacks high enough, I believe it goes up to 360% more damage. So if you pair this up with the 788% damage that you can get from the Mirage Prime build, and pair it with this Exceltra build, you'll be looking at around 12,000 damage. 1,200 and some damage. Now I'm going to go ahead and show the Noko build. I probably will show this. I might actually go into a survival just to show this one. This is my best build all around anyway. But what this one is, I only have one Archon Shard, so I'm not going to worry about that until later on. So, Archon continuity, since he is a Toxin Warframe, any ability that will inflict a Toxin status effect will also apply a Corrosive status effect, along with 50% ability duration. Transcend Fortitude for ability strength, negative ability duration. Prime Flow, 185% energy max. Stretch, 45% ability range. 30% ability range on Augur Reach, blah blah. So it's really good to at least have range, because you do want to use the Stink Brain, your first ability, and as it has the Spore String hitting on it, anything in its general area will get the crit chance or crit proc that is inside the Stink Brain. Bright Bonnet, you want that to have energy. I did Helmet build this and put Roar, just so I have extra damage on my weapons, especially when I use this in Steel Path. Again, Arcane Crepuscular, however you call it, I'm going to butcher that every time. So since he does use since you do get a lot of crit damage on your Spore String, I wanted to pair it with that. So your ability strength goes up by 30%, and you have 3 times the final crit damage. Again, Arcane Awakening, because I do like to use the Epitaph on him since it's all about status and throwing procs out towards everybody that you don't like. Shade Prime with Ghost to help you get that Arcane going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and load this into a survival, a Steel Path survival, and we're going to test him out there. This build that I do have is all around a extremely good build for Steel Path if you do like doing survivals. I am a survival defense person myself, so I do like to go and use him in it. I'm going to do a harder mission for it, so I'm going to do Conjunction Survival Steel Path, so the 180 to level 200 mission. This is a really good one to do to test out your Warframes on Steel Path. At least from what I have, because I'm not that far in Steel Path, I gotta grind that. Go ahead and try to get this going.
Worthy foes. Underestimate them at your peril.
The Orokin Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
Alright, we're gonna try to find me a spot. This right here will work.
Tenno, if you have a necromech, this would be an excellent place to deploy it.
But yes, as long as I have enemies that is in my area and I am invisible, my crit chance will go up a little bit. Not my crit chance, but crit damage will go up a little bit. .5, 2.2. The highest that I have ever seen my crit damage go up is 52 million. 2.3 million right there. So. Alright, I'm gonna try to move to different spots so I can find something more congested. I've said 37 million, I'm not quite sure. Again, the highest I've ever seen it on my end has been up to 52. That was on, damn. Like 2.7, 2.6.
Oculists, if they scan you, sentient fighters won't
be far
behind.
These fuckers used to die quick. Because
the sentient has detected you. Fighters incoming.
Dead. Just like that. Dead as hell. When I'm on a mission, I go to like 200. That's lovely.
The longer you hold out, the deeper I can search. But if you need to leave, extraction is ready. Tenno, the Void has summoned a new presence and it craves our life support. Destroy these manifestations.
Yeah, I'm gonna find these new little areas. There's one area on this tile set that I remember I really like going to. Let's just see if I can find it. And me going towards extraction, going away from extraction probably ain't gonna be the best idea. Yeah. It was not the best idea. Oh shit. I just gotta stay dedicated to the bit. I might just sit here. You walked right into it. Oh shit.
The dog on tours some act.
Now that my damn life support's built up, I'm gonna go ahead and actually try to find that little area that I like. Yep, I've seen that coming. Realistically, it really might be heading towards extraction. I've never liked this little area. I'm gonna be completely real. I'm probably like right at extraction now too. I probably won't be able to find it. Yep. Nope. Oh shit, this goes, okay. Yeah, that's nothing. I'm gonna stick here. I don't think that's an idea, but...
Sentient scouts. If they detect you, fighters will soon attack.
Like it was
the sentient is onto you. Look out for troopers.
Where are they? And I'm invisible.
The Grenier and Corpus came here in search of treasure, but only found oblivion. They are trespassers here. You are not. These manifestations must not be allowed a foothold on Lua. Life support is at risk. Destroy them.
was greater. This is good.
I think I'm gonna do another run. Why not do another run? I might bring a different weapon in this time. Get the damn Kuba Brahma out. As much as I love that weapon, I don't use it like I should. Oops. That ain't it. That is definitely not it. There it is. Fun little weapon, and it actually might do pretty damn good that I have the roar ability on here.
Ready to kick.
Portal.
Yes, yes. Okay, hopefully. I would like to do an honor fissure. That'd be awful. I would like to do it, but no.
These foes deserve your
Just started.
respect.
Y'all calm y'all
Honor them
tits.
with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
The Orican Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
Boing. 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 And I'm out.
If you have a necromech, this would be an excellent place to deploy it.
I'm not using a necromech. Thank you very much. Use my mushroom guy here. Damn. The times that I want to find that one spot in this tile set, it does not want to give it to me. This is the second time I re-come in here for it, but map, I don't know where the hell I'm going. This is probably towards extraction. Oh?
Not since the onset of that last Void conjunction have Tenno walked these halls. We have unfinished business here.
Kinda look like it, but it don't. Damn, alright. See, I wanna die. Pretty good. Alright, I guess I'll try this spot. I don't think it's going to be a very good spot after a while. I'm already at half. I actually don't know. They're 39 million? Did I read that right?
scouts. If they detect you, fighters will soon attack. The sentient is onto you. Look out for troopers.
20 million. Well, I can't latch onto that. Oh, but I can latch onto that.
The longer you hold out, the deeper I can search. But if you need to leave, extraction is ready. Hiding Lua in the void risked the unfathomable. I fear we are seeing the consequences of that risk now. Destroy these void-stained enemies. I want to get a really good clear number though. Might have seen 80 million, I have no idea.
hit. I just seen it hit it too.
Those oculists are scanning for targets. They know you're here. Prepare for sentient fighters. It's as if the Void wants us to find this. These manifestations must not be allowed a foothold on Lua. Life support is at risk. Destroy them. Bored.